Welcome back to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Man, we told y'all it's getting real interesting with the Young Thug, Lil Keed situation and the whole RICO and everything. So we just got, our hands on like a little comments that was made by Young Thug lawyer, and basically what's going on is that Young Thug lawyer is trying to break down what his case is going to be and what he's going to say in court to try to get Young Thug freed. And try to get the YSL to do as little time as possible. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play that for you guys. Just go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video and just watch the whole thing, and comment as you listen to him, and go ahead and let me know what you think about Young Thug's lawyer and the whole situation. And let's get started. Here we go.
Right into it. So the charges against Young Thug build on a growing trend of criminalizing rap crews. Yeah, last week the Fulton County District Attorney in Atlanta charged rapper Young Thug with an indictment for allegedly participating in street gang activities and violating RICO law. Yeah, last week the Fulton County District Attorney in Atlanta charged the rappers Young Thug and Gunna with an indictment of more than 80 pages for allegedly participating in street gang activities and violating RICO law. That's short for racketeer, influenced, and corrupt organization, a law that was originally designed to fight organized crime like the mafia. The indictment names Young Slime Life, Young Thug's rap collective, as a street gang and the rapper as its founder, but these latest charges and arrests fit within a larger web of how the criminal justice system is. And now if you think about it, he's using RICO to prosecute hip-hop artists like NPR's Aisha Rasco spoke with NPR Music podcast Louder Than a Riot co-host Sidney Madden and Rodney Carmichael about how the definition of gang is being applied to rap crews. Now, there's an interview that has been edited for length and clarity. So, Aisha Rasco on the Weekend Edition, she was talking about the connections between the criminal justice system and rappers. Now, rappers getting caught up in doing time is not uncommon, right? So, Rodney Carmichael, the truth is, rappers, at least in this country, are predominantly black. That means 9 times out of 10, they're coming from communities they are historically politicized or policed. Just like walking while black was likely to get you stopped and frisked in New York in the early 2000s, rapping while black would definitely land you in the surveillance lineup of the NYPD's hip-hop dossier back then. Now, obviously, black people in America are overrepresented in the criminal justice system, but these are RICO laws were designed to target organized crime. The mob, people like John Gotti, these very institutionalized organizations, but now we're seeing it applied to rap crews, or what the police are calling gangs. Now, Sidney Madden, RICO is most commonly used as a tactic to sweep up entire street gangs, and the definition of a street gang gets real spongy when you look at it in black communities. When prosecutors apply RICO to rap, it's not just the rappers getting caught up in the system, but it's their whole crew and their whole entourage. Everyone is being roped in and classified as a gang member. Basically, it allows prosecutors to hold anyone and everyone in an entire group responsible for the worst things someone in their circle has done. So if you're a rapper and you associate with people engaging in criminal activity, maybe you all just have to grow up on the same block. Maybe you used to run the same streets before you switched into entertainment. Maybe you brought them with you out of the streets into entertainment. Prosecutors can use all that and use RICO laws to brand y'all as an organized crime syndicate, in case y'all didn't know, which is like, some low-key type of stuff that the feds can pull on you. Now, when you're casting a big net like that, the complication to me, it would seem like, to be this idea of, I grew up with these people, these are my friends, these are my brothers, so yeah, we hang out, but that seems a bit different than the mob, where there was a very strict hierarchy and structure. I guess what I'm asking is, what does it all mean to be a gang, And Carmichael, that's a good question. It's one that we really asked and puzzled over a lot in the season one of Louder Than a Riot in our reporting for that season. We talked to this gang expert and academic, Babe Hell, and she really broke down for us this difference between gangs in the more organized sense and just neighborhood crews that are way more unorganized and typically driven by juveniles, by young folk who grew up around each other and who, she says, studies show are really more likely to grow out of that youthful criminal phase. Now, unless they get caught up in the system, RICO, when it's applied to rap stars, a lot of the times the rappers are not the ones accused of the most egregious crimes. But because of their celebrity and sometimes the belief that they're bankrolling the whole operation, they're often painted as the proverbial kingpins, as I should say. Now, the other thing that makes these hip-hop arrests unique is that a lot of the times the lyrics and the music videos that they make are used as a part of the indictment. That's a growing trend to where hip-hop is being used instead of just as art. It's being used as, no, this is evidence that they are in a gang, that they are all together, and that they're engaging in criminal activity. And so, you got Madden saying this is a trend that's really loud right now in the public conscience, but it's actually a practice of criminalizing hip-hop or just black music in general. That's a pattern that stretches way, way far back in America's history when it comes to rap lyrics being put on trial. Just last year, the state of Maryland's highest appeal court ruled that the lyrics are admissible as evidence in criminal cases. This decision stemmed from a murder case conviction where the defendant was sentenced to 50 years. His lyrics, which he has rapped over a jail payphone 3 weeks before the start of his trial, were taken by the judge as a criminal confession. Meanwhile, in New York, there's a bill being introduced to actually limit the use of rap lyrics being used in criminal cases as evidence. But this bill is still being debated in the New York Senate. In 2019, the Supreme Court refused to hear a lyrics on trial case, despite a lot of big name artists like Chance the Rapper, Meek Mill, and Killer Mike all pushing for it. Decisions like these continue to set legal precedents. And because it happens almost exclusively in hip-hop, it's almost impossible to see it through a lens other than a racial one. Now, when it comes